Did you know that Oden is based on a real man who was also really boiled to death while holding his loved ones up, and whose story is more Batman than Batman's story? Seriously. This man is Ishikawa Goemon, and his life should be a movie, but y'all gonna have to do with me telling the story. Let's see how many parallels to Oden we can find in this real story. Ishikawa Goemon was born into a samurai family, and that's kind of where his Batman origin story starts, because Ishikawa's parents were killed by the lords of the region when he was just 15 years young, and then the boy swore revenge and promised to destroy the Japanese political system. You know, like 15-year-olds do when they get angry. He then found a ninjutsu master at a renowned school and was noticeably skilled and strong, but also a carefree, troublemaking womanizer. Sounds familiar? And eventually Ishikawa hooked up with his master's wife. You don't do that. And he was banished for it. From then on, the former troublemaker went on to redeem himself and started to stand up for the people along with a group of outlaws that followed his lead. In defiance of the rich, who took his family from him, he now stole from the rich and distributed it all amongst the poor, becoming something like a folklore hero and the beacon of light for all those who were oppressed by the regime. His legend grew, and eventually the Japanese government had to do something about Ishikawa because he was stealing from all the rich. And they started a manhunt that led to the capture of his family. His wife Otoki, Oden's wife is named Toki, and his toddler son. The government then let it be publicly known that Ishikawa's family was captured because they were certain he was going to come save them, and he did, because he wasn't about to lose his family again. Ishikawa's toddler son and wife were held in a tower of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a powerful daimyo known as the Great Unifier of Japan. He wasn't the emperor, but he was still the main guy. You know, kind of think of him as the Sengoku era Japanese Tywin Lannister, that type of deal. And Ishikawa figured he'd kidnap Sengoku era Japanese Tywin Lannister, Hideyoshi, and trade him for his family's lives. The plan went well and all, and he infiltrated his chambers, found Hideyoshi sleeping, but knocked over a bell, and the sneak was up. He was captured. His sentence was to be boiled to death, along with his son, not his wife, because his wife had already been killed. When he was boiled, Ishikawa saved the son by holding him above his head, screaming that he would never live to see his family die again. Legend has it the boy was saved as Ishikawa boiled to death. So, Counter says, hey, that's solid, and I think the influences Oden drew from Ishikawa are obvious. But beyond just Ishikawa, Goemon, Oden draws heavy inspiration and shares similarities with two gods, one European and one from Japan. So let me know if you want to see a video on that as well. And if you like what I do here and you like me giving you these historical, mythological backgrounds to anime and manga, then please do consider removing that plus right there, because I do this every day. And if you follow, then I'll see you tomorrow. Alright? Alright. Bonus facts. Oden is also the name of a dish that needs to be boiled for roughly an hour. An hour. So Oden is a dish that has to be boiled, which is why Oden says he was born to boil. Oden's birthday in One Piece is February 22nd, and that's actually the National Oden Day in Japan, and also the chapter he died in was released on February 22nd.